All right, welcome back, our precious viewer. We are glad that you are still following us. We are in our third session of this wonderful show, and time is really moving, and we want to thank God that you are there together with us, and we want also to believe that you are learning so that you can be benefit to your team. If you learn, you go teach, and that is the main aim of this show. Now, Pst Jannet, how do you do corrections? Biblia inatuambia kwamba tufanye corrections with all humility, with all kindness, lakini kuna ile part yetu ya wanadamu. How do you do corrections without getting tired? Ya kwamba huyu mtu nashinda kumwambia hii kitu na hasikii. As a worship leader, how do you do them? How have you been doing? Now, from your own perspective, how have you been doing them? Yes.
It has taken years of practice.
Wow.
Because number one, that is why the Spirit of God tells us that He's our helper.
Sure.
And patience is a fruit of the Spirit. And you can't be a leader if you have no patience.
That's it.
Without patience, utapiga tu na kiatu wakati una train. Because you are teaching this, someone ameingia na kiyake.
Yeah.
Wacha hata mood tu.
Mood.
Ameingia siku hiyo ndio ako na ile mood mbaya, hataki kufunzwa, hataki kusimama, hataki kushika microphone vizuri. You understand?
Yes.
So it really, when you're standing in front of them is when you see so many things. Some are playing huko nyuma, they are not even listening.
Yeah.
Some wanapiga story huko. You understand? So this is a place where, and that is why I began by saying a worship leader has to be somebody that prays. Somebody who has a secret place.
Yes.
Because without a secret place where you pray and you seek God,
yes,
seek counsel from the Spirit of God, utawezana na wanadamu, kwa sababu hata wachungaji na wale watu Mungu ameinua kiroho na wako juu yetu hata they find their strength in the secret place.
Sure.
So you as a worship leader, you must have patience. Because without patience, the ones that you're trying to mentor, the ones you're trying to grow, they will never grow to the level you want. Because you will get angry, you will get tired, and you will stop.
Yes.
Okay? So number one, have patience. And if you lack it, ask it from the Spirit of God.
Wow. He
will give it to you. Because even you also learn things from them.
Yes.
They teach you things practically in life.
Yes.
How to be patient, how to be faithful, how to stand with people, how to pray with them when they have needs. Now when it comes to correcting, there are people who are not very correctable. There are people who are not very teachable. And in your team, you know them very well.
Yes.
You know this one when I correct, anawakaga kama moto. Huyu tu nikimwambia hivi na hivi, anakasirika, anakuwa moody. Sasa, you still have to correct, but your way of correcting really matters. I have worked with worship leaders who are abusive.
Wow.
I've seen they are abusive, they are condescending, they talk badly to their team.
They abuse the team members. Yes. Okay.
Tunaongelesha mtu vibaya. Umeshikaje hiyo microphone? Shika microphone vizuri. You know, unaimbaje leo? Why are you so moody today? Paka ile anakuweka on the spotlight on that particular day. Maybe you're not even feeling well. Maybe you are not okay. You understand? So you have to empathize with your people.
So let me interject from there.
Yes.
You see, those two statements you have just mentioned, like you want to ask somebody, you have noted a change of attitude.
Yes.
In a certain, na maybe hakuangi hivyo. There is a way you can say, like this, the statement you have used, why are you so moody?
Yes.
Hiyo inamgonga zaidi. Yes, but there is a way. How do you say it so that you can get to know what is happening to them without offending them? The same message you want to pass, because that has been the challenge.
For me personally,
yes,
say what I do.
Yes.
I don't know what others do. If I notice someone is not okay, maybe I will even stop the practice.
All right.
Okay, for a few minutes. Call the person, talk to them aside, not in front of everyone. Usitoe mtu nguo mbele ya kila mtu.
Yes.
You don't know what this person is facing.
Sure.
at home or wherever they have come from. Call the person. You can delegate to someone. Kuendelea na hiyo song. Call the if you feel like una uzito sana. Call the person aside. Talk to them. Mwambie leo naona hauko poa. Are you okay? Even just asking them that can relate their mood.
Sure.
Because maybe they've come from somewhere they feel nobody cares about me. Nobody even wants to know what my problem is. Anaweza kosa hata kukuambia because maybe it's a very personal thing. But you can call them aside, talk to them, encourage them for a few minutes, and come back and continue with practice.
Yes.
The worst thing you can do is kuvua huyu mtu nguo mbele ya
kila mtu.
That person hata anaweza enda na ende kabisa. Hata awache wokovu just because of that particular day that you did that. So as a worship leader, you are a shepherd to the team that you are taking care of.
Yes.
You also have to take care of their souls because people go through many things.
That's it.
You know?
That's it.
You don't know where someone has come from. You don't know the situations they are facing. So they come there and they have a mood and they are not usually like that. Show care, empathize. There's somebody who will say, "Musinilete mood." That is not the right thing to do. That's not the right thing to say. You are supposed to shepherd these people. You're supposed to pray for them as God helps you.
Yes.
This is why I'll keep saying, have a secret place. Because that is the only fallback you have as a leader of a team, as a worship leader.
Wow.
Have a secret place so that when things are heavy, when your team is carrying heaviness, when individuals are carrying burdens, you have somewhere to go and tell God, help me.
Yes.
Because hiyo ndio inaletaga burnout.
Help me.
Umebeba mizigo yao na umebeba yako. Na yako huna mahali pa kupeleka. Which brings me to another point. As a worship leader, you must have somebody also you talk to. Our pastors, our bishop, our archbishop, they are people they talk to.
Yes.
Wakati mambo imeharibika, wakati temptations zimeamka.
Who are we supposed to talk to as worship leaders? Are we supposed to talk to our spiritual authorities or somebody else apart from?
It depends on who you trust.
Okay.
It depends on what the issue is that is bothering you.
Yes.
And then it depends on who you trust. Si lazima akue your own spiritual father. Si lazima akue your pastor. Sababu maybe you don't have that relationship.
Yes.
But if you have that relationship with your pastor, talk to them. Mwambie hii mzigo imekuwa mzito. Pray with me. Counsel me. If it is not them, have somebody that you can talk to. Because burnout inakujaga.
Sure.
Na ndo mtu anasemanga hii team siongozi tena nimechoka. So that usichoke na ndo Mungu aendelee kukusaidia. Juu ameweka hiyo burden kwa shoulder yako. You have to be strong for the team and for yourself.
Wow.
Have somebody you talk to, but above everybody else,
Yes.
have Jehovah that you talk to.
This is powerful. This is powerful. Now, rehearsals. We all believe rehearsals are very important. How are we supposed to conduct these rehearsals to make sure, of course, different churches and different groupings will do their rehearsals in a different way.
Yeah.
But of course, there is a way it should be done so that there is a sense of growth in the team.
Right.
So that msikue tu Januari kwenye muko ndio tutawapata December. How have you been conducting your rehearsals?
Okay, like I said earlier, you see, I have my own practices at home, right?
Yes.
So that these practices, number one, I find out new songs that I market because new songs are coming every day. Now, not all songs are good. You have to know what you're listening to, which artist you're listening to, what kind of songs you're picking.
Sure.
And always make sure they're in line with the word of God.
Yeah.
Si vituko unaenda kufunza watu. So number one, you have to make sure that you're in line with those what's new, what's coming into the market, because that helps you to grow to the level that everybody else is in. And then number two, you as a worship leader, are you a vocal trainer?
Okay.
Because not every worship leader is a vocal trainer. They can have the ability and the gifting to lead a team, but they are not a vocal trainer.
Yes.
So if you are not a vocal trainer, can you hire somebody from outside who can come and train your team vocals, instructions za sauti sasa, building your vocal muscles and skill. Hapo sasa ndo skill ya kuimba inakuja.
Yes.
Sasa si maneno tu, si wimbo tu, ni skill sasa. So kama wewe hauko poa ku teach skill, nani anawafunzaga skill?
Okay.
You understand? So either it is
which skills are you talking about? The vocals, mic, or which skills are you talking about in this case?
Basically is number one, kuna the basic ones.
Yes.
Like mic technique.
Mic techniques.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unashika microphone as a singer, unaimba, whether you're backing up, whether you're leading. How do you hold your microphone? When
Yes.
do you pull it away? When do you pull it close?
Yes.
Those are dynamics of music.
Yes.
And then another thing, basically a skill, ni kugrow sauti yako. Like you remember what I said?
Yes.
I have a wide range. What
Yes.
is range? Range is how you can sing the lowest,
Yes, and the highest.
and
That's
even
it.
the mids. Okay? I sing tenor. Tenor is a male voice.
Of course.
How do I get to sing tenor and I'm a female? Because I challenged myself. That is a skill you learn as you sing, as you train your muscles. Now a vocal trainer atakuja akuonesha hizo sasa ni technique. Akuonesha vile utaimba ufungue hiyo sauti.
Yes.
You understand? So kuna njia ambazo zina nini that we will not be able to discuss right now.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
in basic training, it is just how you open up your voice.
Yes.
And you are able to sing lowest, you are able to sing mids, and you are able to sing highs.
That's it.
So hiyo ni open vocal range. Hiyo ni skill. Okay? Because when you have a wide range, there's nothing you cannot sing. There's no voice you cannot sing. You can deliver on every voice.
Yes.
And if you have people who have a wide range, unaona hata soprano because unajua yanaweza ruka hapa hivi soprano. Because umetrain watu wako vizuri.
Yes.
Umewatrain vizuri. So if you are not a vocal trainer or instructor, have somebody who can help you, even if not every time.
Yes.
But even if it's once in a month, have somebody who comes and teach sauti. Yeah, very very important.
Yes, yes,
Hiyo
yes.
itakusaidia kwa rehearsals.
All right.
And then consistency in rehearsals, strictliness in rehearsals. You have to attend rehearsals. What time do you attend rehearsals? What do we do when we come for rehearsal? Hizi kuna watu wanakujaga church rehearsal 2 hours lakini wametrain 30 minutes.
All right. Tukwamia hapo kwa strictness. Hapo ndio key iko. Hii strictness, how strict are we supposed to be? How far should this strictness go? Ndio nasema tuko kwa season ya grace. Ndio wanasemanga hapana, unafaa kuwa na neema hapa. But how strict, before tukuje sasa with how you conduct, how strict are we supposed to be as worship leaders?
When it comes to strictliness, and that is why nilianza kusema biasness, usiwe na kupendelea
Yes.
ama yule. Hata when your best worship leader alichelewa, you have to have rules and regulations for your team. That is what is going to help you.
Bas.
So that huyu asifila ameonewa na ule hajaonewa. You understand? Tukichelewa sisi wote, na huyu aibagi poa sana na huyu anaimbaga poa, rules must apply to all of us. It doesn't matter.
Hatutasema ati sasa wewe umebaki unajua uwezi peke yako, lakini huyu hakukuja, wacha tu aimbe leo.
Ndio hivyo. Ukiwa hivyo, your team will never go anywhere.
Yes.
They will never have discipline, because strictliness is what brings discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline ya time. Unaona? So kwa timu yako ni rules gani mko nazo? Kuna rules za uniform.
Alright.
Kuna rules za prayer time. Kuna rules za timekeeping. Timekeeping ya practice, timekeeping ya kufika kwa altar, na vile mnavaa uniform, na mna conduct maombi saa ngapi.
Yes.
So all these are rules and regulations that help you as a worship leader usionekane unaonea mtu yoyote. So that easy rules zi apply to everybody, the best and the weakest.
So what happens when you have rules and all of them have gone against them? Like you have said, you have agreed as a team.
Yes.
If you don't come for rehearsal, you don't sing, you don't minister the subsequent service.
Yes.
Then you find a 3/4 of the team, they didn't make it to come. How do you do? What do you do?
Well, that's a tough question.
Na wengine wenye wamekuja ni wale umesema ni wale tu Mungu unasema hawa wakishika microphone nakuwa intercessor immediately. How do you deal with such?
That one you need the wisdom of God for real, because even if
Have you ever found yourself in such a scenario?
yes.
What did you do?
There was a team I was leading in Nairobi a few years back, and I think walikiuka masharti ya masaa.
Yes.
And then it was not a very big team because it was also a growing church. So we were not even more than 10. So you find my best singers were late, my best vocalist backups were late. Instrumentalists uzuri hiyo siku, the musicians walifika on time, but vocalists walichelewa.
Yes.
You know, I sang with the ones who don't know how to sing well.
How many were they?
There were 4.
Just 4.
Walimba sauti moja wote.
So the BGVs were 4 plus you 5.
Plus me. And they were singing one voice because they're not very good singers. So I could not give them harmonies. And we could not harmonize. So we sang simple songs. And after singing simple, na service ili flow.
So take this scenario. Wote wachana nao waine. Wote walikiuka. It's only you. Who made it? What would you have done?
Well, now let me say, I think this is where you involve your spiritual father,
yes,
or your pastor, because this is also a decision you cannot make on your own.
Yes.
Wezi sema mutaimba, pastor ashukia, where is my team? So I think this is where you can seek counsel, and if you can do the service on your own with your instrumentalists, with your musicians, do it.
But I also want to believe when making these rules and regulations, the man of the house, the man of God of the house should be involved.
He is.
So that umpelekee hiyo copy, umwambie this is what we want to do and to abide by this. So that akikuja siku moja apate watu wamekaa chini, automatically anajua huyu wewe hukuja mazoezi ndio maana umekaa chini, ama maybe kuna sheria haukufuata. So that because the man of God of the house, the leader, the authority is the worship leader number 1. And so, like you say, we must consult.
You must consult.
But I also team zingine tu zinaweza kuwa tu niza ku, yani they want to see what you will do. wanaweza amua leo hatuendi, si anasemanga anaweza imba peke yake, wacha aimbe. So in such a scenario, I supposed to sing alone, or what do you do?
That is, I will still go back to the same point.
Yes.
You will consult.
Yes.
Either mutaweza leta imbaji kutoka kwingine for that service to go that day.
Yes.
But after consulting your spiritual authority, kusaidia.
Yes.
Kwa sababu si rules muliandika na yeye, si anazijua zote, si wamekiuka. Sasa yeye kile atasema is what goes. Unaona pale sasa powers zako they are very limited.
Yes.
Na hapo uzuri, unaona kuna fallback. Pastor wako ndiye atasema. Either waache waimbe wasamehe, ama I'm going to seek somebody else from outside, 1 or 2 people who are going to support you.
Yes.
Because I want to teach my children what? A lesson. You understand? So he will be able to help you and guide you in that. And I'm saying this hoping that you're also your pastor is also supporting.
Yes.
Not all pastors are supporting.
Yes. Yes.
There are some who don't understand the dynamics of music and some of these rules and regulations that we put in place to help us to be effective.
Yes.
So as a worship leader, Mungu akusaidie pia ukuwe na pastor mwenye akona ile understanding ya what music entails.
Yes.
The rehearsals, the rules that you have, and supports you when you are making decisions. So that when it comes to even such a very challenging decision, atasimama na wewe aseme we are doing this.
Wow. Yes. This is challenging. When we come back, you'll answer me. Suppose you have one keyboardist na hata yeye hajakuja na sheria hautaki kuonekana kuwa biased. How are you going to deal with that? But you'll answer me after this short break. We are taking a short break. We are coming right back.
Right.